This is actually Snoopy. What a wreath on. Big Snoop fan. Hello, everybody. I am Captain Tommy Scoville, and you are on the lifeboat. Although you're not, but you will be soon. So, I'm going live here because I don't like editing videos. And I definitely wanted to go live. Sorry. I definitely wanted to go live because I got an email. Hey, Tommy Bird, how you doing? Jess, good to see you. Cody. Cooley, sorry. Cooley McCoolson. Charlie Murphy. So, this is going to be a quick one. The reason that I'm here is because I hate editing. And I think it's fairly important that I pop on here. Schrodinger's squirrel, the other squirrel, tearing up the room. This is her day off. She's not very happy that we're going to work. I got an email. And the email said, Captain, of all of the days for the lifeboat to not be up, the day before Thanksgiving may be the worst one for you to ever take off. Apparently the reason being is there's a lot of stress. The guy, good to see you. Jess, hi. Apparently there's a lot of stress on people during the Thanksgiving holiday. I've told you all on the boat, I don't know how many times, that the holiday season's not one of my favorite times anyway. A lot easier out here, but the guy says that email ain't wrong. Yeah, I know. It's a tough time. So I'm popping on here. I was going to just do a video, but then I would have to edit it, and we're more of a live boat anyway, so to speak. So I thought I would pop on here and just sort of say hello. That's why we get you the day after, right? That's why we get UAs the day after. They do a lot of UAs the day after the day after holidays. That's pretty funny, guy. It really is. Here's the thing: don't let these holidays stress you out, especially this one. Christmas is tough. They all are. They all are on those of us who struggle with addiction. But this holiday, let's just think about the things that we really have to be thankful for. And I know that probably sounds cheesy, but here I am, right? I didn't think the holidays would be hard, but I'm 3 days clean, and it's getting to me a little bit. Just suffice to say, and safe to say, it's going to get a little tougher. It really is. And it's going to be tough on all of us. So if it really starts to stress you out, and if you really feel like you're slipping, reach out to someone. The guy says, especially with loved ones lost around the holidays, and that's the truth. If this is the second holiday season without my dad. I remember distinctly, and a lot of you probably do as well. Last year, each holiday was, the first holiday, first Thanksgiving without my dad, the first Christmas without my dad, the first birthday without my dad, and that kind of thing, comes back on you. It's really easy to fall into a pattern where you think about all of the things that are kicking your can, especially when you're trying to get sober. Oh, by the way, we got Snoopy with a big wreath on his snout. Pretty big Snoopy fan around here. You think about all of the things that are dragging you down, and it's pretty easy to focus on that. But as cheesy as it may sound, try to take a little time. Virginia, good to see you. Try to take a little time to honestly think about the things that you're thankful for this holiday season. I'm doing that. I'm here. Lord Kiss Free, good to see you. I'm here today. If you had talked to me in June, I would not have thought that I would be here today. Mark and I were planning on shutting this thing down. We really were. And it would have been the biggest mistake of my life. And I didn't really have a handle of that at the time. I'm thankful for all of the people that wrote to me and said in a million different ways, hey, what are you doing? You need to get this thing back up and running. I'm thankful to the crew. I'm thankful that this is such a huge part of my sobriety. Jess, I went through the hardships and and a liter of vodka a day for a year and a half because I lost 13 close people in 9 months. Not C-related, and now I have a 6-pack a day, plus or minus 3, which is a hell of an improvement, my man. It really is. It's a hell of an improvement. It's a hell of an improvement. So you're well on your way, and we're proud of you. It's the gospel truth. I am proud of you. That's a liter a day is a lot of booze. Glad that you're moving in the right direction. So yeah, I'm super thankful for every one of you, and I mean that. I'm thankful to the people that that reach out to me. I got a letter. I have several now that I'd love to tell you this gentleman's name, but until I talk to people, I try to not put out anyone's name until I sort of run it by them that there's a chance I'm gonna use their name. But there's a gentleman in France that has been writing letters to me, and we've sort of been corresponding back and forth. And this is someone that's working through an addiction problem as well. And I've said so many times that we find out just how similar we all are. You know, it doesn't matter what culture you're in or what part of the world you're from. We really get an idea of the fact that we're just the same people, right? The addictions really sort of makes brothers and sisters out of us all. But really, really have been enjoying talking to this person. And so if you're listening, it's really great to have you. I'm thankful for that. I really am. Tommy Bird says, I just lost my mom a couple of years back as well, Captain. It's really rough. She loved holidays, but man, I have too much to be thankful for. You know what? Me too. Me too. And, with the dad thing, like, this was the holiday that he would cut the turkey and this was just, he sort of was, hey, V, glad you're here. He was sort of the master of ceremonies. He presided over holidays. You know what I mean? It was really, it was Papa Scoville's, it was his domain. And with him gone, other people tend to have to pick up the slack. And that's something that, I'm kind of expected to do. And you know what? It's hard. It really is. If you have lost somebody, this holiday isn't going to be the same. It's not. Hey, squirrel. We don't get over these things. We talk about this all the time. We don't get over these things. We learn to live with them. That is a cat, not in a basket. See, I told you, she's not very happy that we're at work today. Come here. You don't get over things. You learn to live with them. And that's the best that we can hope for. Cooley McCoolson says, lost my mom 6 years ago, Thanksgiving Day. Great to have a quick huddle with y'all. My father lost his mom had I don't remember whether it was a heart attack or a stroke, but it happened on Thanksgiving Day. But she held on until Christmas Day. So the holidays, for years afterwards, just beat on my dad. It was just one of those things that really kind of worked him over. But I watched him learn to live with it. Not get over it, but learn to live with it. And I think when you really start to, when that starts to sink in, right? When you slide from being overwhelmed to the point where you really can start to live with it, is that moment when instead of just melancholy and instead of just sort of hurting through the entire process, you'll begin to remember memories. You know what I mean? Like the first year that my dad was gone, all I could do was think about the fact that he was gone. And now that there's a little bit time has passed, when the holidays come around, we all find ourselves telling stories about my dad, and it becomes more of a reminiscing thing. And I think that's pretty healthy. And I think it's a sign that. Honestly, again, you're never going to get over it, but it's a sign that you're beginning to learn to live with it. I know it's going to be hard for a lot of people, and the holidays fell on our days off, and Mark and I talked about it, and it's he's got a lot going on, I got a lot going on, everybody does, but that's why I felt like I probably ought to pop on here, because with everything going on, it's probably not such a bad idea to take a little time to just get together and say, you know what, I love you guys. And I really hope that this is a holiday that we all get through successfully, right? It's not going to be easy. They're never easy. They really aren't. I don't think they're easy for, air quotes, normal people, but if you struggle with addiction, they're difficult. They're downright difficult. Grand Majesty says, for billions of years since the outset of time, every single one of your ancestors survived. Every single person on your mom and dad's side successfully looked after and passed on new life. It's a beautiful way to think about it, isn't it? For real. And it's one of those things. Thank you, Grand Madness. What are the chances of that? Like, it comes to me once in a while. Everywhere I tell folks, it gets the best smile. Right? It should, because it is a miracle. If you think about it, it really is. And a lot of times, I think we lose sight of the fact that we are part of this sort of grand tapestry. It's very easy to, hello, Trish Killian. It's very easy to feel like you're the center of the universe, right? And that your problems are the biggest thing in the universe. And it's not, it's just not the way it is, right? But it's difficult to get over that sometimes. Flamin' Jackson, glad that you're here, Jackson. I love you, bud. I really do. Tommy Bird says, I love you, Captain Tommy and crew. God bless you all and happy Thanksgiving. I myself am definitely thankful for the boat. Thank you, my friend. I love that. I really do, and I feel the exact same way. This is somebody asked me at least once a day, but somebody in particular, and it's funny because this person has been on the boat a minute. So this normally when I get this question, it's from people that are brand new here. But someone who's actually been on the boat a while asked me the other day if I had to describe what we have here, what would I call it? Is it a sobriety channel? Is it a drug channel? Is it a therapy session? Is it group therapy? What exactly is it that we have here? And it's funny. I don't know that I can answer that. I really don't. It's Virginia says, I love this boat. I do too. I don't know that I could answer that question. What I do know is this, that when Mark and I put this together, we never anticipated this. Honestly, we never anticipated the people coming together that have. I truthfully believe that that this may be the greatest group of people anywhere ever. I'm not just saying that because this is a channel that I'm a big part of. I absolutely mean that. I have seen more compassion. I have seen more love. I've seen more understanding. I've seen more people rally around one another. The last year and a half has been nothing short of amazing. And it gives me hope. For real. It gives me hope. We are in tough times. We've never been in tougher times as far as addiction and recovery and things like that. This is the worst time in the world. In the world. It's like Madness just said, going back, your moms and dads and all of this. Think about this. From the first days that they found out that a couple of those plants made you feel different, from the very first days where they realized that, you know what, if you let that grape juice rot, it'll get you really weird. From the very first days of any kind of inebriation or any kind of sobriety, there's never been a time in the history of man that has been more dangerous to be using. That's crazy, isn't it? But since the dawn of man, this is the most dangerous time ever to be on this planet using drugs. The opium wars, all of the things that happened in the past, and there's been a lot of them, but this is the most dangerous time, and it's painful. It is. It's painful. We've in the last year, the number of people that have been lost to this, to the epidemic that we're in right now, the number of people that have been lost is just terrifying. And you know what, people? It's going to get worse before it gets better. I wish that weren't the case, but it's going to get worse before it gets better. So these are the times where we really need to lean on one another and take care of one another. If you see somebody, I got Marie Callender's turkey stuffing and potatoes and gravy and a pie and sparkling cider and call it good. Sounds fantastic. It really does. You know what I'm doing tomorrow for this? Seriously? I am going to be I am going to be eating lasagna. Not going to be any bird involved this year. It's going to be the first year of my life, even when I was in the joint. This is going to be the first year ever that I didn't do a bird, and I'm pretty happy about it. I'll be really honest. Freedom Fighter says, send a prayer. I'm struggling. Reach out to me, brother. Reach out to me. And I will say a prayer, and I'm sure everyone else will. But if you're really struggling, reach out. If anyone is really struggling, please reach out to somebody on the boat. Don't try to get through this alone. Hear that? If you're struggling through this holiday or any other, don't try to get through this alone. And it's kind of amazing. I'm not busting anybody's chops, but it's kind of amazing because this is what we say every single day, is it not? Honestly, like every single day, is this not what we say? No matter what you do, don't try to do this alone. It doesn't work. So if you find yourself struggling, if you find yourself white knuckling it, then reach out to somebody. Reach out to somebody on the boat. Go to the Facebook page, right? If you can't find anybody, right? You go to the Facebook page, nobody answers. Do you know what you do? Come here and leave a comment. For real. Because if the person you leave the comment for doesn't respond, leave a comment to the boat. And myself or Mark is going to see that comment, right? We check the comments on the boat at least once a half hour and have since this started. So if you find yourself, I just want to go to the moon. You know what, Freedom Fighter? What would you... For real. Of course you do. Right? Of course you do. Everybody who has ever been addicted to drugs want to drug themselves during the holidays. Why? Because the other option is coping. The other option is actually handling these things like an adult. And that's not something we've ever done. So I understand where you're coming from, brother. I really do. But you're not going to do that. Right? You're going to reach out. That's what you're going to do. Vicky Brooks says, hi, Captain Tommy and Mark. Hi, everyone. Love to all. Captain is correct. Don't do this alone. The holidays can be rough. The holidays are rough. She's right. The holidays, people, don't hold it inside. Don't hold it inside. Don't let it fester. And shine some light on whatever's bothering you. And the only way to do that is to share it with somebody else. Freedom Fighter, I'm glad that you're here and I'm glad that you're saying that. But truth be told, you know that that's not what you want to do. What you'd like to do is forget your problems. What you'd like to do is have all of this go away for a few hours. And I understand that. There are so many times in the last 7 years and 5 months. I was talking to somebody about this today. 7 years and 5 months I have been doing this sobriety thing. And by the way, no regrets. None. I mean, this is the best thing that I have ever done. But it's one of those situations. It's one of those situations where the longer that goes by, the more you realize that there are going to be days where you would love to just be able to throw the switch and turn it off. If you've been on a boat a really long time, boy, when Cindy Lamb died, if you were here, you know. I mean, it rocked everybody. It rocked everybody, but it killed me. Very few times did I ever really just think to myself, oh, I would like to do this today. And not because, I want to throw it all away or do any of that, because I just didn't want to hurt anymore. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. And I'm a better man for having got through it. I promise you that. Hold on one second. Sorry. If you want to stop by. Sorry, people. But someone just popped it. So we do want to take off and shut our brain down. That's what dope does. That's what alcohol does. That's what any of the mind-altering substances do. Not for normal people, right? Not for normal people, but for people like us. What drugs or alcohol do is they allow us to turn off our emotions for an hour, 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours a day. You get on a runner, you might be able to turn off your emotions for 2 or 3 weeks. But what's going to happen? Yeah, Cindy, Miss V says, I was here and it wasn't a happy occasion. No, it really wasn't. It really wasn't. It was an awful, awful time. And as I've shared with people on the boat before, I really beat myself up about that. And I beat myself up about that for a long time. And there are still days I do. There are still days when I wonder if there wasn't more that somebody could have done, if there wasn't more that I could have done or whatever. But the one thing I can tell you is this: as hard as it's going to be to get through all of that, I'm gonna get through all of that. I'm never gonna do dope as a way to cope ever again. I'm just not going to. Jess says, I would love to take a break from all of this, but I'd be back to day one again. Yeah, you would. More importantly, because if it was just a matter of starting from scratch, it wouldn't be such a difficult thing to justify. Honestly. So what? We started zero. What it is, Jess, is that every single day that you're sober, you have put a brick into a new you. And when you break down and you end up, using the damage that's done to the resolve and to the dome, it's a very difficult thing to come back after a relapse. And the longer you relapse, the harder it is to come back. But the beautiful thing, thank you for letting me begin here. Madness, we're so damn happy you're here. Are you kidding? I'm so happy that everyone's here. I am still blown away, people. I'm still blown away that people come here every day. I really am. I've never sort of lost sight of that. I promise you, there's never been a moment where Mark and I get together and say, well, of course they show up. We're damn good at this. You know what I mean? It's just really not who we are. This is one of those things that we know we're lucky. And not just because people show up, because that's huge, but because amazing people show up. The most kind and loving people I've ever met show up here. And that really is a gift. It is, and it's not something we ever take for granted. Jay Miller, good to see you. Glad that you're here. So, people, I'm not going to run this an entire hour, right? I've got some things I got to do to get ready for this. But I wanted to come on here and tell you all the important stuff, right? Number one, I truthfully am thankful for all of you, and I know Mark feels the exact same way because we talk about it all the time. But we're very thankful for this crew, and everything that means. And I'm thankful that we're growing. The last year at this time, goodness, I don't think we had half this many people. I really don't. I think we've gone far more than doubling the number of crew members that we have on the boat. From inside baseball, 10% of your subscriber count seeing a video is considered really good. Most people shoot for that 5% range. Leisure, so glad you're here, bud. Really am. We're doing better than that. We're doing a lot better than that. Our numbers are really good. Everything is on track for the boat to just keep reaching out farther and farther and helping more people. Really. I didn't know we were going live today. I never got a notice. Leisure, we didn't know we were going live. Excuse me. As I was telling everybody before you came on, I got an email from somebody that just said this is a really tough day to not have the boat. And I thought, what's it going to hurt if I just pop on here and talk to everybody for a little bit? I think that's probably a good time. But the symbolism of a boat out at sea or docked. We would like to consider ourselves on a sea of addiction, right? And very oftentimes in a sea of hate, truthfully. If you try to go out and find people who are going to lean on one another as a way to stay sober, or a way to stay happy, or a way to stay anything, you really find a sea of hate, especially on social media. So it's so rough weather. Yeah. We are out at sea, and rough weather usually comes in November, December, and January 1st, right? The going from now until the second day of January, this is the toughest time for all of us. Make no mistake, this is the toughest time for all of us. So on Christmas Day, we're going to go live because it's a tough day. I probably will, a perfect storm. That's right. I will probably pop on tomorrow. It's not going to be, a full show, and I'm not exactly sure what time of the day I'm going to do it, but I'm going to pop on tomorrow, so we can just do kind of what we did today. Just take a moment to we're family. People say that. Every YouTube channel says that, right? These people aren't really like subscribers; they're family. I always found it so cheesy when I heard somebody say that. For real, it just sounds cheesy to me every time I hear that. But we really are different. We really are. The way that the people on this boat take care of one another and love one another is really, really unique. Okay, so long as someone lets me know, I don't always look at YouTube. I'm letting you know. We're going to be going live tomorrow at some point. Hey, my brother Johnny. Johnny, good to see you. I would imagine it's going to be somewhere between the 4 and 5 o'clock hour that I will probably be going live tomorrow. All right? Somewhere between 4 and 5. The real key. Oh, you know what? Charlie, well played. Well played. I'm feeling for Niall. Mark and I were talking about that yesterday. That's, and it's just like, we just heard to lose somebody on a holiday is just a really, really difficult thing. Well, actually, he's across the pond, so it's probably not a holiday. But either way, just a really difficult thing. This channel and family are very different. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you, Heather. I absolutely believe that. I really do believe that. Someone asked me what I was doing for Thanksgiving, and so they didn't feel sorry for me. I lied and said I was going with friends. I think it made it worse. Now I'm a liar and alone. You know what? What you did was probably done in the best of intentions, right? You didn't do that because you didn't want the person to think, oh, look at that. You didn't want someone feeling sorry for you. It's a pretty common and normal thing, especially with those of us in addiction. I get it. I absolutely get it. Alone is not such a bad thing, people. It really is not such a bad thing. I spent pretty close to 10 of these holidays behind bars, and I could be in a very small little locked up ecosystem with usually about 140 people in a unit, 136, something like that, and everywhere you looked, there was somebody, and every one of them was alone. Every one of them was absolutely by themselves, even if they were sitting at a table with 7 people, because this holiday makes people alone, even if they're in groups. If you're truly alone, if there's nobody there, use this opportunity. I'm not kidding. This is a golden opportunity, if you're alone for Thanksgiving, to do exactly that, to sit down and find the things that you are thankful for. Gratitude does amazing things for your mind. Taking the time to realize that there's in everything, there's a reason to be thankful. Johnny says, I generally go to my business partner's home for Thanksgiving, but he is going out of town to his family. I will be alone as well. We'll get through it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And like I said, we're all going to come here tomorrow, sometime between 4 and 5. And we're going to get together and we're going to say, hey, how you doing? You hanging in there? You doing all right? Right? We're going to do that. It's what we do, right? We all care for one another. It's what we do. Daniel Theobald. Family stands for father and mother. And family stands for father and mother, I love you. You know what? We choose our family. We do. There's an old cliche, you can't choose your family. You're damn right you can, because we've done it here. We absolutely have done it here. And there's nothing wrong with it. There really isn't. eating slivers of ghost pods. I'm too weak to eat a whole pod yet. You know something? I'm not going to lie to you. I have taken off a lot of time from eating hot things. You know, I really concentrated on the boat, and I cut down dramatically on eating hot things. And I got to the point my tolerance was pretty good. In fact, I destroyed my brother's record for the fastest tube of terror ever. Shortly thereafter, I just sort of backed off, and I wouldn't want to try to eat anything hot today. It would absolutely tear me up. It really would. I would be afraid, I think. Iced tea. I've been doing lemonade usually during the live feeds. I make powdered lemonade. They were out, so I've been doing powdered iced tea. I think I prefer the iced tea, but then when I have the lemonade, I say the other. So, Miss V says no hot stuff for me ever, and you've said that so many times, V. I promise you, when we all get together, you're going to be eating hot stuff, whether you like it or not. Even if it's just Tabasco, you're going to do something, right? Some hoi fong, sriracha. My friend is in jail, and where he is, they are allowed to have cell phones. Not sure how, but I guess there are different rules in different countries. Oh, I was going to say in the U.S., a lot of times in the U.S. they smuggle them in, right? There are people who have them. They're not supposed to have them, but there are people who do. We have Tommy, and I have you guys. It's so important to me. I don't think you have any idea. I have 6 Carolina Reapers staring at me. You know, there are people out there that say that's the hottest pepper in the world. There are people who say it isn't. No, I'll leave it at that. I happen to have a good friend of mine, though, that eats really hot peppers every single day. I'll go with his opinion. The Major, he says, nice cup of tea from England. Major, good to see you, bud. I know that you don't do the Thanksgiving holiday over there, but happy holiday to you anyway, my friend. You're part of the lifeboat family, so since the vast majority of us, at least 70-80% of us, fall here in the good old U.S., we will always wish you a happy holiday, even if it's our uniquely our holiday. So, people, like I said, I'm not going to run this thing a full hour. I just wanted to come on and tell everybody, been years since the Reaper has been the hottest. There you heard it, people. And that guy eats a lot of hot stuff. That guy eats a lot of hot stuff. V, you keep saying that, but you're going to do it. You are absolutely going to do it. Hold on one second, people. Jess, if you're concerned, join the Facebook group. There's always somebody to respond to a post. You know what? If any of you are not on the Facebook group page, go immediately afterwards and ask to be on it. I am going to be checking as soon as I get off of this live feed to approve anybody that's waiting. If that doesn't work, thank you for popping on, Tommy. No, I'm happy to do it. I need it too, people. Never mistake that. It's not, I need this as much as every one of you does, you know? I promise you, I need this as much as everybody else. I'm going to bounce, fam. I wish you all a great night and have a happy Turkey Day. I haven't spell checked any of this. Oh, love you all. You know what? Enjoy the holiday. Scooby the Budding Queen. How is everyone tonight? We're all doing fairly well. The general consensus is that this is a very difficult holiday and that we're all struggling. We love you too, Guy. And that we're all struggling a little bit. We're feeling it. So wanted to come together and just tell everybody that that we're here for one another. If you find yourself hurting, go over to the Facebook group. If you can't find somebody at the Facebook group, come here and leave a comment, and one of us will reach out to you. I promise you. If you're really hurting, man, don't do this alone, right? Beat the drum, and one of us will show up. That's how it works. Somebody from the boat will absolutely be there to help you, but you gotta reach out and ask. Flamin' Jackson has just put up my 2 email addresses. You can email me. I promise you that during the holiday season, I check those emails a lot more often than normal. I promise you. I just got a requested from Grand Madness. You will be accepted as soon as I'm done here. You have my word. You have my word. V, how long till you're back in jail this time? Oh, no. No. She's not going back to jail. She's got her stuff together right now. I'm hurting bad. I need help. Send me an email right now. Okay? Right now. Yeah, please go send me an email right now. My 2 email addresses are there, right? CaptainTommyScoville@gmail.com, CaptainTommyScoville@gmail.com, or the easier one to remember is sober@myyahoo.com. SOBER at myyahoo, not at Yahoo, but at myyahoo.com. And I will reach out to you today. Okay? So that's my promise. If you're hurting, reach out to me and I will reach out to you today. You will not have to wait until after the holiday or any of that. Okay? So, Tracy, I'm waiting to hear from you. Know that. I'm waiting to hear from you. So I look forward to accepting a new person over there on the Facebook page. Madness is coming on board, and I'm going to be looking for Tracy's email at one of those 2 email addresses so that we can talk. Okay? Full of hope. Good to see you, full of hope. Alrighty, people. So let's see here. We went about. Please post or say email again. Okay. You ready? Sober, SOBER at myyahoo, MYYahoo.com. Or Captain Tommy Scoville at gmail.com. If you miss any of those or you didn't write it down right or anything else, if you come to any video and you look in the Dropbox, right? It's going to be listed there. Would somebody please post up my email addresses? Can I get a mod to put up my email addresses one more time so she can look at them? This way, Tracy, if you miss it, you can come back here. Oh, no, you know what? The live feed's going to be gone. Someone is going to put it into the comments on this video the second it's over, right? One of the mods, please go and make sure that the comments on this video, on this live feed, have my email address in it, just in case Tracy doesn't get it. Flamin' Jackson's got him up there. Thank you, Jackson. Tracy, if you take a screenshot right now, my email addresses are right there. CaptainTommyScoville@gmail.com and sober@myyahoo.com. Right next to Flamin' Jackson's icon, avatar, name. Right there. No missing it. Tracy, let us know you got that, please. Let us know that you got that. I would like to know that we're good to go. I love iced tea. You know, the Major says, thank you, moderators, for the hard work that you do. And you know what? They do. They're a great group of moderators here that really do a tremendous job of, this is tough subject matter. You know what I mean? This isn't easy stuff that we do. And it's not an easy thing to do to keep people that, a lot of times we got people here that are buzzing, Late again, sending greetings and salutations from the Boogie Down Bronx, New York to all members and mods in this live stream. Angel, you're not late because I didn't really tell anyone I was doing this. This is the day off of the lifeboat. So this was an impromptu thing that we wanted to pop on because we know it's a tough holiday weekend. So we were just coming on here to tell everybody that we're here for you. We know that this isn't going to be this isn't going to be an easy holiday. We know that. And we're here. Reach out to people on the Facebook page. Reach out to... oh, you know what? For a second there, I thought that was Tracy. Same color emoji. Andrew, thank you all for being here. You know, thank you all for being here. It means an awful lot to us. It really does. Hands down, the best group of people that I have found anywhere, internet, public, whatever. You are an amazing, amazing group of people, and that is the absolute truth. Big love to all of you. Stay strong, heads high, and keep heads high. Don't let anyone judge you. Damn right. Don't let anybody judge you. Tell you what, you want me to judge you? I will judge all of you excellent. How's that? I will judge all of you amazing, and I will judge all of you family. On that note, we're going to wrap up this one. Tomorrow, I will be back here. I know it's the day off, but I'm going to come back here. So if you're hearing the sound of my voice, or if you happen to catch this at a later date, right, if you're not here for the live, I'm going to go live tomorrow sometime between 4 and 5 o'clock Pacific time. Hear that? Somewhere between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So right around the time I started this time, somewhere in there. It could be closer to 4. It could be closer to 5. Cheryl, good to see you. But one way or the other, I will be going. I am going to be going live to tomorrow. You have my word. I love yous all on this boat, and I love this boat. Tracy, read my post. I assume you're talking about the email, and I'm going to read it as soon as I end this. I'm going to read it. Okay, you've got my word. Patrick, good to see you, bud. Hope you're doing well, Patrick. All right, everyone. Happy holidays. I will tell you that again tomorrow. I will see all of you here tomorrow. Oh, Lord Kiss Freak knows it's coming. The squirrels are out. I will see all of you here tomorrow. And he's right. You all keep the boat afloat. You really do. I am Captain Tommy Scoville. And as promised, that is a cat in a basket. And for the person who said, how do you get the cat in the basket like this every single day? Squirrel falls asleep when I talk. I bore the cat something fierce. Who's a good kitty? Yeah, she's out. See that? That's a bored kitty. All right, everyone. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. God bless. Keep your heads high. And Tracy, I'm going to go read that right now. All right, hang in there.